Hello everyone, no respawns here. Hope you are grand. So we're back in the slog and we are going to be building something on the roof. It's sort of a brewery, it's a brewery-ish. So what we did in the last stream is we made these little shacks that sort of hang off the side. And I wanted an excuse to do the same thing again. And except this time on this bit over here. So it's kind of symmetrical but slightly offside. And also just because I wanted an excuse to decorate one of these in a different way. I quite like this structure. It visually looks really, really nice from the exterior, the way it's kind of clamped on. There's a big problem with specifically this building in the slog is the fact that it's kind of just very, very flat. So just kind of adding a bit more texture to the roof is what I want to do. So we're going to get on that. This will probably be the last build video in the slog until I finish it, just because in terms of the main builds, we've basically used up all of the area now, so it's quite exciting. So we're going to get on it. I did start it. For transparency, I'm actually rebuilding the building area again because my audio messed up. So I'm going to left the floor in so you don't have to see it. So I put the, also don't spend ages aligning things, which I think you will all appreciate. Let me just open the little menu. So I've got a shack floor there. I've lined up perfectly. Then I've got some pallets, and then what I've gone and done is I've stacked a load of boards here from, and if you go into the unlock 7 objects mod, it did take me a while, so it's probably better I didn't record that, in the pallets and wood section, and all the way at the end, go all the way at the end over here, you start to get boards, and you can make some nice little staircases with them. I do it in this side over here as well. It just makes for some quite funky little steps, which I likes. We do like a good step, so let's get the other structural elements down. Yeah, so I actually did record this yesterday, and I went to edit the video and discovered that my is wrong. Oh yeah, I've made an error. I discovered that my recording software hadn't actually added any of my audio effects, so I was a bit annoyed. I was a very angry person that day. Randomly does it. So my camera has this thing called an XLR, which is basically the software that you plug the camera into. And some reason it just doesn't turn on your audio enhancements. Things like reducing the echo, which is bad, but it's even worse if I don't have it on. And compressors and things like that. And I didn't notice until I was recording it, but it just hadn't turned them on. So that is a lesson to all of you, to just turn it off and on again and do a test before you spend ages recording, because otherwise you'll get really annoyed. So I quite like doing this generally with these kind of structures where I sort of put something... I like building fake floors. I did it with this one as well, because it just gives it a slightly more weird ramshackle shape, and it's surprisingly easy to do. What we'll do is we'll do one out here like this. So to be transparent, I said, like, the building I'm about to see down will actually look a little bit different to what the tour is, because basically what I'm going to do, because I've already done all the decoration, I'm just going to reload my save. Sometimes it do be that way, but it gives me a chance to sort of do what would I have done had I done this differently? I would have done it that way to give myself more floor to play with for starters. That is the wrong floor, can't have that one. And I would have put this one here. I was tempted to pretend that I hadn't built it yet. I was like, oh guys, this is the first time building this. No, this is a lie. I'm a fraud. I must admit, like, I'm a bit annoyed because the commentary in that video, I was in a really weird mood. So I'm a bit weird mood today, to be fair. I'm always in a weird mood, but I was in an exceptionally weird mood that day. And actually the good thing is I can probably show you a bit more of the building, because I didn't show you everything, especially doing the underbits, so I'll do those. The underbits. Right. Why do I like to use these fence pieces so much? I don't know. They look cool. Why don't you like using them enough? They're cool. They're awesome. Love a good fence piece. Love a good bit of chain link as a treat. If it doesn't go in, always rotate, because chances are it can only go in one direction. Why? I don't know. Blame Todd Howard, not me. If in doubt, blame Todd Howard. I did have a little bit of a scare, as I'm sure many of you had with the recent update, where I loaded in and for a while my save games weren't there. And then I tried to adjust my mods and I couldn't adjust my mods. So I've kind of mentally resigned myself to, if it does break everything, I will just start this entire run again, which is painful, but also doesn't bother me so much because I do quite like this game. So I want to at least make sure I get the slog finished. And I'll definitely turn off the, because I went to the mod menu to, I like the bits, by the way, it looks really nice. I went to the mod menu because I was going to install the mod which stops you getting XP from building finally. And, because that's the thing, by the way. Because I'm level 69, yet realistically I should be at level 20 something. Yeah, that was good. That looks really, really good, doesn't it? However, when I went to do it, I couldn't access that. Well, there was just nothing in the mod menu, so I'm going to check over the weekend. So, sorry in advance if I lose access to everything. It's kind of fun to make a new save, actually. I started this one a year ago. I just like building, you know what I mean? It's fun. But if I did that, just for record, I wouldn't delete this one. I'd probably just, like, do them at the same time. It would just give me more stuff to do. Want them to be opposites. Okay, cool. So that way. There we go. I really like this structure. It's like, it's almost not complex, but it's quite clever. And that's what we like. That's what we like in this house. Now I'm going to put a railing here. It'll vaguely look the same, actually, because I'm mostly doing all the steps I did before. I've got a lot of ghouls. I think we decided that one's name was Big Tony. I think one of my subscribers picked that name. I have one ghoul and his name is Colin and he lives in Sanctuary. I think that guy's name's Big Tony. Don't know what the other one's called. Haven't thought that out ahead. To answer the question, I'm definitely going to get... Yes, I haven't seen the trailer for the new season of... God damn it, you piece of shit. Am I wrong? For the new season of the Fallout series. Why is it not doing the select all thing? No, because we don't work. Everyone's going to be like, it doesn't work anymore. It's just not working with that specific railing, isn't it? I watched it, and it looks pretty good. I'm actually surprised at how much they're leaning in to the... Pick a different colour. I'll pick this one. Leaning into the whole... New Vegas thing, because there was a whole period after New Vegas dropped where Bethesda basically didn't acknowledge. See, it does still work. Just didn't like that one railing. Where Bethesda basically stopped acknowledging or didn't really acknowledge New Vegas at all. Now, I know it's obviously not being made by Bethesda, but it's definitely in consultation with them. I'm just surprised at how hard they're leaning into the New Vegas thing. That is a completely good thing, by the way. Well, yeah, okay, it's cool. So this looks good so far. I also... but the big thing, which made this brewery themed, is that I wanted to use these. Now, spoilers. I've slightly forgot where they are right away, actually. Electronics. Oh no, I've still forgotten where they are. Are they in furniture? I was going to joke about how I forgot where they were. But I've also, again, forgot what they are. I think they're in decorations. There's those brewery things, basically. I have to remember where they are now. Had to actually go back and watch my old video to figure out where they are. They're definitely in Homemaker. So I think they're in Miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. Yeah, look at that. I had to go back and watch my own video to remember where they were last time. It was a very anecdotally funny bit in the video where all the audio twatted up. Now, I'm going to put these down, right? Okay. Now, don't hate if it's slightly in a different position in the actual tool. Because I can't remember where the order off the top of my head. But to be honest, I just wanted an excuse to use these vats because they have a nice vibe. I used the one. What was the spare one I had? What was the spare? That one. Okay, the dumpy one. The thick one. Yeah, I said it. Right. Because the reason why I like these, and you'll see when I do it, is they just, like, it visually pops really, really nicely. So we're going to put some supports underneaths. Now, I don't know what these are. It's actually helpful because there's a cool thing in power generators. Nope. Power. Ah, yeah. It's in machinery. It's manufacturing. Go to manufacturing. So this is in the USO integrated mod. Manufacturing. All the way to the end, you've got this decorative machinery section. And I always forget these exist. But there's some cool shit in here. So yeah, decorative machinery section. Can recommend. 10 out of 10. This is the one I wanted. And I have an air vent I put on. I can't remember what the hell that is. So we'll put these in first. There's a pillar outside here. I'll go grab it. There's so many cool stuff in loads of these, like Homemaker and USO, that you just forget is there. And like this stuff, I always forget where it is. I always forget where those can chimes are. I can't remember the top of my head already. It always just makes me laugh that I just forget this shit constantly. There we go. Cool. It makes me giggle. There's a vent. I can't remember to put that. I'm not going to bother trying to remember how that is. Is that a bit of... Is there a random board there? That's fine, because that isn't there in the actual build version, so I will just go without. I like these bits because they have weird logic. I don't know what makes them float like that, but thank you, whoever programmed these to actually work properly. I'm fortunate. This one here, I mean, I possibly could maybe get one. Actually, no, because the actual tour version just left that in. Because I changed my mind and used a big post instead. I like having those ghouls there, but the patrol route for these guys is literally just like that area, so they're just wandering back and forth. It's not like Sanctuary where they wander around the entire settlement. Lovely. Cool. So, structurally... yeah. Let me just show you one more bit I added. Just because it fit really, really well. And then I'll jump off to the tour. This is just such a nice little structure. I like it. It's not massively complex, but it works well within the confines of everything else. I really like these, and this was the one I used, because I don't use them enough. But I kind of wish we just had a slightly less raidery version, because that really completes that structure, as you're going to see in the tour. But, like, I just wish we had one that wasn't as spiky. This one isn't as aggressive, but, you know, I just wish the raiders would maybe tone down the Jared Leto-esque edginess a little bit. Right, so this is the kind of the core structure of this. I really, really like this little area. I've got some more bits I put on the side, but I can't be bothered to hunt them down. This is the other one. I just wanted something, as you can see, that sort of hangs off the edge. And there's going to be more to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretend that I'm going to go off and decorate, but in actual fact what I'm going to do is just stop recording and reload the save. Where I finished decorating. And yes, I'll give you lovely people the tour one mo. And we are finished. Oh my god, that took so long. No, it didn't. It took me like less than a minute. It's quite weird actually, just going straight to the tour. Yeah, but no, really, really happy with how this turned out. It looks grand. To be honest, like I said, it's a brewery, but this is as close to a brewery as I could have gotten. I used brewery as an excuse just to have vats up here and a load of pipes and just generally make it look a bit weird. I do like the fact that without any glitching, I was able to just shove those fog condensers inside the vats. You can tell I got some of the bits around the wrong way. It's fine. I got the middle one right. I really, really like it. The structural is cool. Put some of those machines. To be honest, we don't have much pump-themed stuff, so these bits here are from the cryo vaults in Vault 111. And then I've just put some vents. Honestly, like, if you look closely, how is this a brewery? But it's a cool structure. I do like the fact that I put the little security gate bits. Let's see it from the inside as well. Inside, the underneath, rather. So I added that little vent there. I think that's in the Homemaker mod somewhere. But don't hold that to me. Got the structural pieces here. Also like the fact my robot will just block that doorway and the ghouls sometimes to get out. It's very, very funny. But like I just love how like aesthetic it looks from the exterior. Basically that's the whole reason these exist. Because look how cool it looks now. It really, really draws the eye. That's a really huge problem, I think, with the Slog. Like, you'll build this really cool structure, and you'll just have, like... It just almost feels extra flat and low. Maybe it's because, you know, maybe it's the European in me. We don't really have structures like that. There should be another floor on this. Why is there not another floor on this? But yes, hope that gave you a few ideas. I really like this quite a lot. So I've got this one to decorate as well, which I'll probably just do during the next stream, which is this Sunday. In terms of, in case you're curious, what I'm planning to do with the rest of this area, mostly now just fencing it off and kind of tying all of these bits together. Obviously, I have to decorate in there too, but it's not going to be massively expansive. And so that way it looks fairly complete. I'll probably maybe put like a guard post just, or maybe like there or something, like slightly off center. But yes, no, really pleased with how this turned out. Less pleased with my audio being stupid. But that is just a life lesson, people. Whenever you're recording audio, always do a test, regardless of whether it says things are on, because they're probably not. Anywho, I loves you all. I've got a stream this Sunday, innit? And then if you're watching this live, I'll be back to my 2 streams a week next week. I just didn't have time to do the extra stream this week. But anyway, you guys take care.